we have Philippine Psychiatric Association President Dr. Joan May Perez Rifarial. Good morning, Doc. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Ma'am Ange. Good morning, Sir Diego. Angelo.
Tama po.
Tama.
Yes.
And
Tama
thank you
naman.
very much for having me for news
Of course.
and news.
Yeah, thank you, Doc, for joining us. And of course, we all go through stress, but the numbers are, sabi nila, quite alarming na tumataas ang occurrences and stress among adults. Is this really concerning? If you look at the issues, money is up there, of course. But paano po nakaka-apekto rin yung mga sunod-sunod na calamities?
Yeah, oo. Yes, sir. This is very correct, no? Kasi ang stress is always a part of life, but too much and excessive and yung paulit-ulit, prolonged stress can of course affect us mentally, psychologically, socially, physically. It may manifest in various na forms and lalo na ngayon na sunod-sunod ang ating mga disasters, calamities, nagdudulot din to ng additional stress aside from those mentioned kanina na money, academics, work, family, health. So really, pag ito ay patong-patong, sunod-sunod, persistent, nakaka-apekto to sa ating mga pang-araw-araw na thoughts, behaviors, and actions.
Aside from that, Doc, how does it affect one's physical self? No? Kasi ang alam natin, stress can break down your body down to a point na your
Correct.
physical health deteriorates.
Correct. Sa pag tayo ay nasa fight or flight response, kasi ito yung natitrigger, ito yung the science behind it, no? Pag labis ang ating stress, ay nagkakaroon tayo ng that rush in adrenaline, norepinephrine, cortisol, which is the stress hormone, nagmamanifest ito physically. For example, body aches and pains na palipat-lipat na unexplainable. For example, today masakit ang ulo, bukas masakit ang tiyan, masakit ang tuhod, masakit ang likod. So, palipat-lipat na body aches and pains. Another is changes in our mga heart rate, palpitations, hirap sa paghinga, para tayong sometimes yung BP natin may increase. So, sometimes pag nasa-stress tayo, nagkakaroon ng mataas na blood pressure levels. Another is nagkakaroon ng problema sa changes in sleeping patterns, be it tulog ng tulog or kulang sa tulog, paputol-putol ang tulog, and sleep and eating patterns can also be affected. Like walang ganang kumain kaya pumapayat, or baliktad also, sir, no? It can be kain ng kain, kaya tawag ito doon stress eating, di ba? And yun sa physical. So emotionally naman, it may manifest as irritability, mga mood shifts, anger, difficulty controlling emotions, impulsivity, that feeling of anxiety, takot, constant worry, fear. Lalo na ngayon na may disasters tayo sunod-sunod, there is that feeling na parang takot tayo, no? We have lost control kung kailan mangyayari ulit. It leaves us feeling helpless, for example. And behaviorally, maaring ang isang individual pag nasa stress, mas dumadami or tumataas na ang kanyang use of mga unhealthy coping strategies, siguro like smoking, alcohol drinking, use of other substances. Kaya kailangan maagapan kaagad natin. We are aware pag tayo ay nasa-stress na at agapan natin kaagad. Kasi prevention pa rin naman is always better.
Oo. So, isa pa dapat na pag-usapan natin sa susunod yung disaster fatigue dahil nga sa sunod-sunod na stress natin dahil sa sunod-sunod na mga earthquakes sa atin ngayon. But the survey shows, Doc, 53% of Filipinos experience major stress from money matters. So, tayo mga Pilipino, kaakibat na ata natin na magkaroon ng problema pagdating sa kaperahan eh. 'Di ba? Yan ang nagiging problema natin, pera na lang siguro yung mga corrupt na officials, di nila problema yan. Pero tayo mga ordinaryong Pilipino, 'di ba? Paano natin maiwasan na ma-stress over pera?
Yes, which is normal to, Ma'am Ange, ha? So we also need to acknowledge na pag tayo ay nakakaramdam ng stress over money matters, health, family issues, etc., normal itong mga emotions na pinagdadaanan natin due to an abnormal situation. Ang situation yung abnormal, but our emotions are normal. So mas maganda, with that acknowledgement ngayon ng ating emotions, dapat alamin natin saan ang gagaling, ano ang root causes ng ating stress, saan nagmumula, no? Kung money, then mas with that awareness ngayon comes the action part, no? So siguro gagawa na tayo, we come up with mga options na maaari makatulong sa atin during this time, no? And ang always pinapaalala na natin is pag tayo ay nasi-stress, know that it's okay to reach out, ask for help, temporary ito. So kung kinakailangan to may mga side hustles or kung kinakailangan to temporarily hingi tayo ng tulong, please reach out, ask for help temporarily, and know na sama-sama naman tayo. May mga taong handang tumulong. So, ito lang kailangan natin, the acknowledgement, awareness, root causes kung saan nanggagaling yung ating stressors para ma-address natin ito kaagad.
Doc, now that you mentioned how we can pinpoint yung cause ng stress natin, in our own little way, in a way that we can control, stopping short of going to the doctor, kunyari, financial nga problem mo, wala kang pang doktor o pang check-up, what are the little things we can do to at least keep your stress in check?
Yeah, it's very important, sir, na we need to take good care of ourselves first and foremost. Lalo na if we are a parent na meron tayong mga inaalagaan ng mga babies, mga anak natin. So take good care of yourselves first so that you can take care of the people under you or under your care. So number one, i-boost natin ang ating mga natural na mood boosting hormones. May tinatawag tayong serotonin, dopamine, endorphins through exercise. Gumagalaw-galaw tayo. Hindi naman kailangan gym levels, but movement is very important to boost blood circulation, especially blood flow to our brain cells. Another is get enough rest and sleep. Kinakailangan natin ito. Kasi kung nafe-feel ninyo, pag kulang tayo sa tulog, pagka umaga, no, parang bugnutin, we are difficult ang ating decision making, judgment. So kailangan as much as possible get about mga 5 to 9 hours of sleep. No? So average siguro mga 8 hours of sleep kung kaya. Basta avoid sleep deprivation. Eat more of the mood boosting na food. No?
Chocolate.
Yeah, fish is very important. Fish, fruits and vegetables, coffee na black coffee lang kasi wag natin dagdagan ng sugar. It's dark chocolate. So mga ganon. And support system is very important. Mas maganda may nakakausap tayo if mas maganda trusted individual para we don't feel alone during this time of stress. Kung wala tayong mahanap na kausap, journaling can help. Yung mga sinusulat natin yung ating thoughts para mailabas natin. And of course, tayo Filipinos, we are very spiritual na people. Go finding that purpose and meaning sa ating buhay sa mga nangyayari ngayon. So spirituality can also help.
Dugtog ko lang quickly and Doc about how important is it also, like for example, kung may maliit ka naman na garden sa bahay or area that you could go out, step out from a dark room, taking a look at the sunlight or breathing in the air, is that important?
Yes, very important yun. Tama, sir. Thank you for pointing that out. Kasi ang part doon is sunlight is a precursor. Kailangan siya para sa production ng serotonin. Kaya we encourage sun exposure sa umaga. Yung morning, early morning. Wag naman yung medyo high noon na kasi iba naman na yun. Hindi na siya masyadong healthy for our skin. And pag nag-gardening kasi, it gives meaning also, di ba? Na meron tayong inaalagaan, na living thing, na nagbibigay sa atin ng purpose at meaning. So kung wala namang mga halaman, yung iba, they have pets. Na? Lalo na kung if they are isolated, mag-isa sila sa kanilang dorm. For example, yung mga students or mag-isa sa kanilang mga apartments kasi malalayo ang kanilang family. Mag-alaga sila ng pets. Na we call it pet therapy also. So make sure lang na kung ano yung mga nakakatulong sa atin na coping strategies ay we always go back to that. Let's enhance our resilience through proper self-care and of course support system is very important and spirituality.
Very quick na lang, Doc, kasi I love it when you mention nga na don't forget to seek help. Tayo naman sa ating mga Pilipino, likas sa atin na makipag-usap tayo sa malapit nating kaibigan, sa family members natin. Pero when is the time na kailangan mo na talaga na kumuha ng or tumingin
When's the right time?
when's the right time to get a professional help?
Yes, that's a very important question, Ma'am Ange. So number one, if we feel no, ng ating pinagdadaanan, the stress reactions natin and emotions ay patuloy, persistent. For example, persistently bagsak ang ating mood, depressed tayo, or patuloy na lagi tayong kinakabahan to the point na hirap na tayo matulog at nahihirapan na tayong gampanin ang ating mga kailangan gawin, no? Mga gampanin sa buhay, which shows us a decrease or decline in productivity, functionality, pag hindi tayo nakaka-focus sa trabaho, bagsak ng ating mga grades, etc. Pag ito ay patuloy, usually 2 weeks ang binibigay namin na duration, but sana kung mapansin natin na apektado na talaga pati self-care, hindi tayo nakakatulog, hindi na nakakaligo, hindi na nakakabangon, then mas maganda pag apektado na ang ating mga functionality, productivity, performance sa school, sa work, then please seek help kaagad kasi help is always available. At huwag mawala ng pag-asa
Ayun.
because meron at merong handang tumulong at may mga therapy na maaaring makatulong also during a time of stressful situation or distress.
Ayun. With that, maraming salamat po sa inyong very insightful discussion. Philippine Psychiatric Association President Dr. Joan Marie Perez Rifarial. Maraming salamat
Thanks
po.
very much. More power.